Hello, we're Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile, and welcome to Boots To Reboots. For the holidays, we're reviewing the remake of Black Christmas.
But Andy, we already did Black Christmas.
The 2006 remake. I remember. They made another one.
That's it! This year, I'm celebrating Hanukkah!
All of these shitty remakes, is there a single gem? They did it right already. Get all the candle to them. Which any are we watching? Which personality? One thing's for sure, good people. We got some movies to see. We got Boots To Reboots. Stop ready to stop that shit. We got Boots To Reboots. Stop ready to stop that shit.
Bob Clark directed two of the greatest holiday movies ever made, Black Christmas and A Christmas Story.
Ho, 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 shit.
The original Black Christmas had suspense, a creepy atmosphere, interesting characters, and an insane killer named Billy.
Me, when I have to clean my room.
Black Christmas is one of the earliest slasher films, and inspired another classic, John Carpenter's Halloween. Black Christmas basically started the holiday-themed subgenre of horror. Black Christmas 2019 is a, slasher film directed by Sophia Takal, who previously worked with Blumhouse on their Into the Dark series on Hulu. Around Halloween 2018, producer Jason Blum received backlash for saying he doesn't hire female directors because there aren't many and they don't want to direct horror. The next day, he apologized and hired Sophia Takal to remake Black Christmas, making her the first woman to direct a Blumhouse horror movie.
Diversity hire.
Evil, stop it! She co-wrote the script with April Wolfe, and the result is a very loose second remake of the 1974 Canadian horror classic. Besides for taking place around Christmas at a sorority house and featuring a supporting character named Jesse Bradford, this remake features an entirely new plot and characters.
Then why call it a remake?
Great question. You're already going to alienate some audience members who don't want to see another remake of Black Christmas. Then, Sophia Takal announced her goal was to make this remake as feminist as she could. So that's also going to alienate a certain audience that cries about movies being too woke.
Boys rule and girls drool.
In June of 2019, Blumhouse announced it was developing a new Black Christmas movie due that December 13th.
A Friday the 13th? It was an unlucky day.
The movie was rushed into production. From start to finish, it was done in only 5 months. It was filmed in New Zealand, and a lot of the shots were done in one take or ad-libbed because they started without a completed script.
Like an episode of Monday Night Raw.
Unlike the previous two versions of Black Christmas that were rated R, this one is PG-13.
You know what? Good. The children should suffer too.
Sophia fought for the rating, cutting 30 minutes of footage, hoping it would be a gateway film for young women into horror, since it deals with sexual assault.
Or be background noise as they look at their phones.
So let's cross the 2019 remake of Black Christmas off the list and see if it deserves the boot. While walking alone at Hawthorne College, a student named Lindsay is receiving weird messages.
They both look good in fishnets.
Lindsay, ready to key punch a throat, has a reason to be paranoid as she is stalked by someone in a cloak.
The ghost of Christmas future!
Knock, knock, knocking on death's door. Hey, 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 yeah. The killer grabs an icicle and stabs her.
There's always time for a snow angel.
It's a suspenseful opening scene that ends with a nice visual. But like a booger-lipped kid on a sled, it's downhill from here. We then meet Riley Stone, a member of the Mu Kappa Epsilon sorority. The white cat is named Claudette, after the cat in the original.
Claude? I have a final in 10 minutes and I can't find my Diva Cup.
How do you lose a Diva Cup?
She's got a size 2 roaming in her fallopian tube.
Any longer, and you're playing with it.
Now she's off to forage for chocolate and salty snacks.
Ready for the orphans' dinner tomorrow? Is it bad we're calling it orphans' dinner?
Wait, my parents are dead? I'm kidding, you can totally call it the orphans' dinner.
And if they get upset, who are they gonna tell? Their parents?
Riley attends Professor Gelson's class, where he's been accused of teaching books only written by men.
Now, who here can tell me what they think this writer is trying to suggest?
I think that he's saying that women think with their instincts and men think with their brains.
I think with my stomach.
You said he. What makes you think the author is a man? The writer is one Dr. Camille Paglia.
See? Women understand women, and they hate each other.
Evil? Shut up.
There are no covert meetings in hidden rooms where men discuss how to bury women.
The graves have already been dug. Professor Gelson is ticked off because Riley's sorority sister, Chris, started a petition to get him fired.
The outrage! Has she not seen Robin Hood, Men in Tights?
No. We're straight. Just marry.
How's I?
Chris's previous petition got a bust of the university's founder, Calvin Hawthorne, removed from the main building.
Calvin Hawthorne was a racist and a sexist. He owned slaves in the North.
So does Santa. Why is nobody talking about this?
At the coffee shop, we're introduced to Landon, who has a crush on Riley.
I'll sign it. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool that you got them to get rid of Calvin Hawthorne's bust. It was kind of creepy.
The way it bled all over the floor.
Sorry for the wait.
No worries, I don't mind waiting.
He's been waiting 20 years for his balls to drop.
Frat boy Phil shows up, and we learn that Riley has PTSD after being roofied by DKO fraternity president Brian Huntley.
We're going skiing together. Don't worry. It's consensual.
Bullshit! You'd have to force me to go skiing!
Riley, Chris, Marty, Jesse, and Helena,
get it? All the names are unisex.
Head to the DKO fraternity for a talent show. Looking for Helena, Riley finds a portrait of her attacker. With a smirk like that, even the painter was double-checking his drink. She discovers new pledges engaging in a ritual involving Hawthorne's bust.
The founder wills it so.
Hawthorne went a little heavy on the mascara. Riley finds Helena drunk and saves her from being taken advantage of by some DKO frat boy.
You bitches are all the same. You act like you want it, but you're all a bunch of teases.
Like when my kitty cat shows her belly. And then scratches me. Oh, hi, Lydia. Oh, do you want me to get your belly? No! Ow.
With Helena wasted, Riley takes her place in the talent show, but is worried.
Yeah, but he's here.
All the more reason to do it.
We all know nothing would stop Brian from doing it.
When Riley sees Brian in the crowd, she shrinks and hides.
Rebuild yourself, bitch.
What Ric Flair says to his liver.
You turn the camera off, and I'll be naked when you come back.
However, Riley finds her courage and performs a song condemning the inappropriate behavior at the frat.
Up in the frat house, click, click, click. You slip me a roofie and then you're dead.
At the bar, sometimes I roofie myself and see where the night takes us.
Wait, is that why we sometimes wake up in an alley dumpster? The girls celebrate Riley standing up for herself, and even Landon from the coffee shop congratulates her. Is simpin'.
That was really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was really impressed. That takes guts.
Starring in another remake after Fright Night. That night, Helena is attacked by another cloaked figure. I get the same pizza delivery updates with the Papa John's Papa Tracker. Yep, exactly how Papa John's delivers my pizza. The next day, Franny packs for winter break and tells Riley to take care of Claudette.
And don't overfeed her. It took an entire year to slim her down after last winter break.
What happened to Big is beautiful. I, for one, love petting a fat pussy.
Riley then notices the same black goo from the frat on the cat's paw.
Ah, right, the classic painting the cat's paws prank.
In reality, her litter box hasn't been emptied in weeks.
If you make me late for the train, I swear I'm never feeding you again. Ask my childhood hamster. He's super dead.
Seems like that hamster has a motive. Could he be the killer?
Oh, there you are.
Breaking news! We interrupt this remake of Black Christmas with a remake of The Exorcist 3.
Riley's never gonna get back that Divas Cup.
In the original, the girls get obscene phone calls from Billy.
I'll stick my tongue up your pretty pussy. You fucking creep!
Hello?
I'm going to kill you.
Damn telemarketers! Here, the girls receive laughably bad text messages from someone posing as Calvin Hawthorne. Imagine getting catfished by a statue. Riley then gets a strange call from Helena's mom.
Hello?
She sounds like the adults on Charlie Brown.
Something doesn't feel right.
All day, she's had a front wedgie.
Because Helena never made it home, Riley reports her disappearance to campus police. A white bread turkey sandwich loaded with mayo? Not even King Charles III is that Caucasian. However, it is a horror movie, so the police are of no help.
Boys will be well, you know.
A phrase used when boys light their farts on fire. Or kidnap. Riley then bumps into Professor Gelson and sees a list of her sorority sisters.
I can come back.
Nonsense. I have a key.
A key to the greatest treasure in all the land.
It is the key to the greatest treasure in all the land.
Gelson then informs Riley that their song went too far and the video should be taken down.
Hawthorne means so much to me. Many sacrifices have been made to keep our traditions alive.
I believe him. He did sacrifice a foot.
Riley flees and argues with Chris over posting the video, including the part where Riley names Brian as her attacker.
We're not inspiring people. We're pissing people off.
Arguments heard at Disney. Riley blames Chris for the weird DMs from DKO, while Marty's boyfriend, Nate, speaks up.
On behalf of all men.
Why are you allowed to say all this shit about men and we're supposed to just sit here and take it?
Because men have all the power.
Code Red, boys! The girls are on to us!
Upstairs, Jessie is grabbing some Christmas tree lights when she is killed.
Do Christmas lights expire?
She's not the brightest knife in the shed.
Look at me. I'm so scared I forgot to jump.
I will bring you to your knees.
You beg for mercy?
Text messages I get from my grandma.
The girls are then shot at by arrows, leaving Marty injured. I see his parents wasted their money on archery lessons. Hiding in the closet, the girls realize they don't have their phones.
Riley, we need a phone.
She hasn't been on Twitter in over an hour.
Don't mind me, just a fellow frat bro passing through, looking for a game of beer pong, or maybe flip cup?
Looking for a phone, Chris discovers Jessie's body in the attic. Damn, one less person to sign her petition. Nate returns to apologize, but a high-pitched ringing gives him a headache.
In the house.
Like a wife trying to avoid sex.
This is a man!
Do you suffer from tinnitus? Try arrow in your eye. One arrow in your eye is enough to end your tinnitus permanently. The killer brings some color out in Riley's cheeks.
And uh-oh, someone's under the mistletoe!
Even with the mask on, his breath is dog shit.
Riley grabs her keys and kills the cloaked person. However, when she goes to unmask him, more killers appear.
Multiple killers? That's never been done before.
Several killers could have been an interesting new take, mainly because of one line of dialogue from the original.
Could that be one person?
Marty attacks one with an axe, but is stabbed and kicked. However, while Dr. Doom searches for the Fantastic Four, Marty manages to call campus police.
Security.
911 attack at Hawthorne College.
What?
Reports at 1974 Elm Road.
I'm on my way.
The address of the sorority house is 1974 Elm Road, 1974 being the year the original was released, and Elm Road being a nod to A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Both movies starred John Saxon's hairpiece.
The campus police arrive at the wrong house, and he gets the Dick Halloran treatment. Instead of using a split diopter shot to get the two faces in focus, they green screen the girl's head into the shot, and it looks so damn ugly. Also, the girl stabbing one of the killers with a glass unicorn is a blink and you'll miss it nod to the original. Riley and Chris kill the other attacker and unmask him.
Oh my god, it's... Andy, who is that?
Little buddy, it's the new DKO pledge that Riley saw earlier at the ritual.
Why isn't it blood?
Why isn't it blood? Because this slasher is PG-13.
The black goo represents literal toxic masculinity and how it turns men into monsters. I guess Marty died off screen and another killer appears. Did they all come on a bus? Chris forgets her safe word, so Riley strangles the attacker with a plastic bag.
No!
In the original, Claire was strangled with a plastic bag early on, and the image of her corpse sitting in the window is memorable and haunting.
Little baby bunting, daddy's gonna hunting.
Some say she's still there to this day. The girls escape, and Riley remembers that Hawthorne was known for practicing black magic and must be controlling the frat boys via his bust, which oozes the black goo.
Because that is where the power is coming from.
Excuse me, what?
A magical bust?
Andy, this is dumb.
I thought that you were a fighter.
Careful! You don't want her to start a petition against you! Chris wisely wants to go to the police, but Riley demands they go to the frat, so they separate.
Splitting up? Have they not seen Scooby-Doo?
Chris then finds and rescues the girls from the other sorority house.
Is it happening to you too? Yeah.
Oh no! Their cycles are sinking!
Riley, looking like a Midwestern dad ready to shovel his driveway, bumps into Landon, who helps her sneak into the frat by causing a distraction.
I want you to suck a fat fart because you just got Zeta'd.
Zeta'd by a beta.
The frat boys then force Landon to become a pledge.
Got a headache, bro? That's just the founder drawing out your true alpha.
Landon will be doing keg stands and wrecking his car in no time. Riley finds Helena tied up before being knocked out.
Imagine a world where you're no longer sitting in the corner. You're sitting on the throne.
But my throne is in the corner.
Riley awakens, tied up, and is confronted by their leader.
Professor Gelson, I knew it! Because the trailer had spoilers.
Many sacrifices have been made to keep our traditions alive.
You're all insane.
Gelson reveals that after Chris's petition had the bust relocated, they discovered the black goo and Hawthorne's plan to control women.
Hey guys, what is this shit?
No, not insane, Miss Stone. Simply men. Tired of seeing ourselves falsely accused.
I don't need to ask for directions. I know where I'm going.
The goo allows Hawthorne's spirit to possess the fraternity pledges and forces them to murder women who won't stay in line.
That's something stupid I just had to say.
Those of you who refuse to be compliant will face the consequences.
But I want to be a stay-at-home wife. It turns out Helena is in on it and has become obedient.
Aren't you tired of fighting against your true nature, right?
Ladies, it's time to free the nipple.
Helena has been stealing items from her sisters that allowed the possessed members to find their targets.
I can't find my Diva cup.
Help finding their targets? They're in the big house with the letters on it!
Are you gonna bow to the king when I say bow? said bow, bitch.
Are we watching the Westminster Dog Show?
However, the gullible traitor to women learns a lesson.
I did everything that I
Hey, look over there!
He'll do worse than that to you. Your body, your choice.
Huh, who knew they were pro-life?
As Riley is strangled by the mysterious king, Chris and the other girls suddenly attack the frat.
You messed with the wrong sisters.
Yay. Also, what's with all the snap zooms? Ah! Wait, did they introduce another sorority just so they could have their assembled superhero shot in the finale?
This is like watching the Marvels.
Because they both bombed.
After a literal battle of the sexes, Riley overpowers Brian and smashes the Hawthorne bust.
Break us, and you only break yourselves.
We will never be broken.
Unlike my father's promises. With the statue destroyed, Chris takes out the king. So who the hell was that? Another student? A teacher? Hawthorne's ghost? Someone lost looking for the masquerade?
Hey, Professor. Suck my...
No. Hey, Professor. You're fired. Come on, Chris. You've been trying to get him fired, and you set him on fire. It was right there. Landon snaps out of it and escapes with the girls who trap the frat members, leaving them to burn to death.
Good for her.
So Riley didn't want to go to the cops because they wouldn't believe they killed the intruders wearing a mask and carrying a bow in self-defense, yet decided to break into the frat and burn everyone alive.
It was self-defense.
Well, you want to count on the cops believing that?
Tell it to the judge.
Who will hopefully be a woman.
Reviewing this has been like playing a game of dodgeball. According to Box Office Mojo, this remake is 43rd on the list of worst opening weekends ever. Not surprising, since this was aimed at a smaller, niche audience. Director Sophia Takal didn't want to make a horror movie where the women were objectified.
Instead of taking away my boobies, can't men hang more dong?
Sophia wanted to reinforce the bonds of sisterhood, and I'd say she accomplished her agenda. Look, you can say whatever you want, just put it in an entertaining movie.
Like, they live.
There are no surprises. We immediately know every single man is evil, except for the soft one. The students already know about Hawthorne's interest in the occult. Leave something for the audience to discover.
I read he, killed disobedient women in ritual sacrifices.
I discovered I'm very supportive of women.
Let me guess. Strippers?
Hey, sex workers are people too!
There's nothing wrong with making a feminist horror movie. For every blonde bimbo, there's a badass final girl who defeats the bad guy in the end. Social commentary has always been in horror, and the genre is often a reflection of the time. This was made at the height of the Me Too movement. Hell, the original Black Christmas has been noted as a feminist film for the way it handles misogyny.
Hey, quiet! It's him again! The Mona!
The female characters aren't believed by the male officer when Claire goes missing.
You, shut up.
You know, for a public servant, I think your attitude really sucks.
It's not until Claire's boyfriend gets involved is the matter taken seriously.
Nash, you stupid
son of a bitch, you got a big goddamn mouth.
Then, Jess's boyfriend Peter melts down and tries telling her what to do with her body when she tells him she's pregnant and wants an abortion to focus on her career.
We could be married. You could still do anything you wanted to do.
Peter, I don't want to marry you.
The main difference is that the original is a lot more subtle, while the remake bashes you over the head with its message.
Feminism! Even men do it better!
What? No! What I'm saying is that Sophia is clearly angry about the injustices that women face in the world. The remake tackles female empowerment, addresses issues like campus sexual assault and the slap on the wrist some young men get. The remake puts the cart in front of the horse. It's all message. Maybe too many messages, and no movie. Black Christmas 2019 deviates too far from the original and introduces silly supernatural elements that convolute the plot and aren't needed to tell the story.
The Deeks were doing some sort of ritual with the pledges. No, this felt different. It was like they were doing something with
I would like to remind you that we just
it was
killed
coming out of the
3
founder's
people
bus.
who possessed
It was not black magic dead in our houses
possessed
right
their
now.
pledges in some
Because that is where the
You want to count on the cops
You saw the
believing that?
pledge's face.
What?
You saw his blood. I don't
magical
know
bust?
what he was,
No,
but
we're going to the
he was
cops.
changed. He wasn't human.
So, does the 2019 remake of Black Christmas deserve the boot? The problem isn't that it's too woke or anti-man, although some may see it as reverse sexism.
Not all men have power.
Did you just not all men me? Did you just...
The problem is that the important issues this remake tries to tackle deserve a better horror movie than what was rushed into theaters. The dialogue is nothing but exposition loaded with buzzwords.
Don't worry. It's consensual.
Boys will be, well, you know.
Not all men are rapists, Chris, okay? I'm not.
Your body, your choice.
The dialogue felt like it was lifted directly from arguments in a comment section. Imogen Poots does her best to carry the film, and real-life survivors can probably relate, but the agenda overwrites the story and characters. Other than being a survivor, we know nothing about Riley, other than a throwaway comment about being an orphan.
Wait, my parents are dead?
What is she going to school for? What are her dreams? Anything. Surprisingly, instead of well-developed, strong, likable female characters, we get one-dimensional cartoons.
Jesse, what do you think?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What am I supposed to say?
It's okay. I wasn't listening either.
Chris is essentially every angry person on Twitter rolled into one character. That cheesy 2006 remake looks like a masterpiece in comparison. Sadly, the film's commentary and messages are lost in an underwhelming, bloodless, cliched, boring cash grab. The remake doesn't say anything new and only stirs the pot. It's not inspiring people, it's just pissing them off. Therefore, the 2019 remake of Black Christmas is getting the boot. Not all remakes are bad, but this one is. We've been Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile.
Thanks for liking and subscribing.
We'll see you next time.